Okay, so what we have here today is my Dawn Redwood tree. I've had this tree for about a year and a couple months. I actually grew this tree from seed from a park in my town. There's a couple Dawn Redwood trees there that they drop a whole bunch of seeds on the ground. So I grabbed a couple little cones, which actually the cones kind of look like this. They're little ball-shaped cones, and they drop a whole bunch of these things on the ground every year. And I picked them up in October of 2021. And what I did was I took the seeds out of the cone. I plopped the seeds into a wet paper towel and folded it up and put it into a little plastic bag, zipped it up, and let those germinate. So around October or November of 2021, they were germinating, and after a couple months, I noticed that a couple of those started to germinate, and I probably had about, I would say about 7 of these that actually germinated. And of those 7 that germinated, all of them died except for this one. So this is the only one that survived. So yeah, right now all of the branches fell off during the winter. So right now we're just left with this little stub here, but I have never done any root pruning on this. It's always been in this pot. So today what we're going to be doing is repot it and get it into some fresh soil. So I am excited to see what's going on under the soil here, what type of root system we got. So let's dive in and see what we got in the soil. All right, so let's get this guy out. So I'm just kind of going around the sides here, loosening everything up first. This has never been out of the soil, so let's see what we got. Okie doke. Oh, the root's all the way down. I'm surprised. So empty. Flip up the side, and wow, it's a lot more spread out than I thought it was going to be. Let's see where we're at. Wow, better root system than I was anticipating. Slowly get that out. Not too bad, actually. Some longer roots here that maybe I'll do some trimming. But for the most part, not bad at all. Let me go clean this up and then I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. And as you can see, we have a nice root system here. Got a big taproot right there. So I might have to trim that down. But it is taking up a lot of the roots down here. So a lot of the roots are coming from that taproot. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to take off. So let's dive in a little bit closer and see what we can do. Okay. So here's our root system. And so we have this long curvy taproot that goes on right here and does this little squiggle down here. I believe I would like to ideally cut it right there and have this be the bottom of the tree and have all the roots come out from here. I do have some other roots going up here, but I think eventually this will be the bottom of the tree so that we can see this long. We got a little bit of interest here with this little curvy bit there. But I don't want to take off too much of these roots because most of the roots come from here down. And eventually I would like to take these off as well. So what I might do is I might just split the difference and just take a little bit off from like maybe here down. Yeah, something like that. Or I could keep it and even actually, if I make this the root base right here, I can have this little bit of this whole thing be my root base. And this is kind of interesting, actually. So if I were to take everything off from maybe here down and here up and have this be exposed, that might look kind of cool. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna keep this little bit and have this be the root base right here. So if I snip this right about here, oh, this is going away. And let me just do a little profile. It's a little long anyway. Just to get it a little bit smaller. So I think I actually want to get rid of these guys. And so have it sit something like that right at the bottom there. So then I even want to get rid of this, this. Yeah, I can even tear some of this off with my fingernails. As long as it doesn't tear the roots too much. Or tear the trunk too much. All right, let's get some of this out of here. Yeah, this will look a lot different than what it was before. Before it just was this straight little trunk that came up, and this will definitely give it some new interest. And I'm gonna grow this using clip and grow, just like in the other ones I do. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Some of these are a little long, but I did a lot of cutting today, so I want to leave some stuff on here since it is young. It's only a year and change old. Don't want to get too crazy with it. Ooh, that was taking some of the bark off there. Got to be careful, Dave. Got a couple of last little stringies here. All right, that should do it. That way it can sit down, something like that. All right, let's get the pot and see what we got. So here's all the roots that came off of it today. Not too bad. Okay, so I got a pot here that I got from Mosaic Home Gardens. I think it was like $8 or $9, don't remember, maybe $10. But it's cool looking pot. It's got a hole down here for drainage. I unfortunately do not have any drainage screens today, so I'm just gonna put it in without one. Oh well. So I like the texture on this one, so we're gonna start potting this up. And we're gonna start off by putting some fresh bonsai soil in there. This is from my own mix. Oh, that's dusty. Okay, let's get this. Just have this resting in water for now. All right, maybe a little bit higher. All right, let's get this in. Gotta reach for my bonsai soil. All right, we'll rest it down. Whoops, something like that. I'm gonna bury that down a little bit just so it rests, but we'll get it started. It's looking pretty good. Okay, I think we're about ready to put some water on there. All right, let's add some water. All right, here's some more. Nice. Okay, and here is the final design. Pretty good. I like the new movement in the trunk right here. We gained about, I believe we gained about an inch from where it was last time. I'm excited to see what comes from these little buds. We're already starting to get something out of there, so that's awesome. Yeah, not bad for this little 1-year-old Dawn Redwood. I'm not really concerned about what's the front, what's the back, but as of right now, I'm not concerned about that. But yeah, there we are. That's what we got for today.